Bravo! Let's clap everyone for the professional throw we all learned to despise, Mr. Rian Johnson, aka The Clown. What's up everybody, today I'm here to talk about Rian Johnson playing the victim card online. If you're not aware, a couple of days ago he did posted something saying that he had never attacked a fan. Let's get to the tweet. He said, "I have never once, not one single time ever attacked someone for just not liking the movie. Show me a tweet where I do that. I never have and never would. But if someone is an abusive, I have zero hesitation in calling them a abusive." Are you kidding me, Rian Johnson? Seriously, there are plenty of screenshots of tweets of you going back and forth with fans. I have even videos where I cover that and I called you out many times because, you know, your behavior online is just despicable. You were a director put in charge of one of the biggest IP, and I've said it many times, these celebrities, these directors, big directors, they have to be prepared for backlash. They have to be prepared to deal with the audience if the audience does not like their product. And we have many cases of other directors that received terrible backlash. Let's look at Zack Snyder, for instance. People hated Batman v Superman and people were calling him out on Twitter and being terrible to him. Show me a Twitter where he was actually back and forth and calling the fans man babies. Where? You don't see that. I mean, look at James Wan. In one of my latest video, I covered the difference how James Wan dealt with the backlash versus Rian Johnson. Who else? Let's talk about Trevor, right? He did receive some backlash as well for the Jurassic Park or Jurassic World, whatever it's called. And what did he say? Well, we have to listen to the fans. Pretty much the fans are the client. Every single person that understands this business, you know, they understand that you cannot engage in this kind of back and forth with the fans, calling them man babies and things like that, because basically you are attacking your clients, people that are spending money in your brand. But Rian Johnson is definitely a very arrogant individual, someone that was put in charge of Star Wars, and again, they all think that Star Wars was so unbeatable that they could do whatever they want, and the fans are just so crazy fanatics that they would just accept whatever. But it's not true. We all know what happened after The Last Jedi. We all know what happened to Solo. I have covered it many times. But Rian Johnson saying that I have never once, not one single time ever, attacked someone for just not liking the movie. You have got to be kidding me, dude. Seriously, you should own up for your own mistakes. So let's start with this. Even though there's a lot of back and forth with the fans online, there's also this very interesting article that it shows that The Last Jedi director Rian Johnson deletes 20,000 old tweets set off internet conspiracy theorists. My grandmother used to say that if you have nothing to hide, you have nothing to fear. Why would you simply just delete 20,000 tweets? This happens right after James Gunn was fired due to some, you know, very weird pedophilia tweets. You probably all have heard. So right after that, he deleted a bunch of his tweets as well. Now, again, why would someone go to the trouble to do that? However, the internet is there, and you know, if you put something on the internet, it never goes away. And there's proof of screenshots of tweets of him back and forth with the fans. So this is what he responded to the deleted tweets. "No official directive at all, and I don't think I've ever tweeted anything that bad, but it's 9 years of old, written largely off the cut as ephemera. If trolls scrutinizing it for ammunition is the new norm, this seems like why not move." So this was his excuse. But again, Rian Johnson is the one that made the backlash even worse, and I said it many times due to the way that he reacted to it. First of all, there is a video that popped up where he clearly says how he really loves these two extremes, people that hated the movie and people that loved the movie. So perhaps he did do this on purpose, knowing that a big chunk of the fans were going to be upset. But telling us that he has never attacked the fans online. It's absolutely absurd. Let's have a look at this tweet, for instance. What we talk about when we talk about man babies. So he started with the whole man baby thing, and then someone responded, excited for your next film, mentions of Hellfire, and Rian Johnson goes, lines around the block. And the other tweet that created controversy was the one that Rian Johnson was making fun of Mike Zero for speculating on Star Wars. And, you know, like the guy or hate the guy, that doesn't matter, but a director going online and posted this kind of making fun of someone that is actually promoting the brand, it's a fan. It's just an absurd. I mean, this is what he said. When we were in production, we had a guy keeping an eye on online rumors. At some point, we started using zero as a verb, like throws trash at basket, but slips out of your hand and falls behind you, zeroed it. And then his response to this, obviously because people called him out, was, I immediately felt bad about tweeting that. It was me, you know, trying to do better moving forward. As to my plate, maybe so, but really, don't we all have better things to do than be on Twitter? Obviously, because people called him out, it really made no sense, you know, especially taking the fact that Mike Zero had never even attacked him personally, and then he makes fun like that. So this is the kind of behavior that, in my opinion, made the backlash even worse. You know, it definitely made it worse to me. I don't even want to watch any movie made by Rian Johnson ever in my life because of his behavior towards the fan. And I am not excusing people that went there and gave him terrible death threats or, you know, physical threats, things like that, because that's stupid. That's not how you criticize a film. I'm definitely not defending that. But you as a famous person, you should be prepared to deal with this kind of things. And the best way to deal with it is to ignore. You don't have to respond to it, especially if you're going to respond that way. So he was the one that started with the whole man baby thing. You know, there's another tweet out there where he's giving the finger to someone that said you ruined Star Wars. It's just non-stop. There is another one over here. Look at this one over here. I've started blocking. It feels so good. Right? So, I mean, again, like I said, look back at these other directors that were also facing this sort of backlash. Do you see this kind of behavior there? No. So another screenshot over here, you see Pepe just said, you ruined Star Wars. To me, that's a pretty fair criticism, and that's pretty much saying, I didn't like The Last Jedi, right? And what did he say in that tweet? I have never attacked anyone that just for not liking the film. But this is his response. Okay, I have to draw the line at you dragging your drooly little man baby butt across the Wheel of Fortune answers account. Back to the swamp, you're free blocked. But anyways, guys, those are my thoughts on Rian Johnson playing the victim card. Poor him, right? Now saying that, oh, blah, blah, blah. Seriously, dude, grow up. Grow up. There's plenty of evidence out there. This is just a small thing that I showed over here. There's plenty of evidence of you back and forth with the fans, stuff that could have been avoided. You didn't have to engage in this kind of conversation. There's a mute button on Twitter. If you don't know, you know, you should try using that. There is the blocking thing. You didn't have to start this whole, you know, calling people man babies and saying fanboy steers. Not only him, but also people that work at Lucasfilm. Again, it's a bunch of people that are so, you know, they have such a big ego. They think that they can do whatever they want. And now the brand is suffering because of that, right? We do have pictures out there. People that actually work for Lucasfilm with the mug saying, oh, delicious fanboys, tears. I think Rian Johnson said that as well as in a tweet. I mean, what has he not say? So this is my advice to Rian Johnson. Dude, stay off Twitter, okay? Shh, just be quiet, because you've done enough damage as it is, okay? You've done enough. But that's it, guys. That's my thoughts on all of this. Drop your comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on all this Rian Johnson playing the victim card. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up, subscribe for more, and I'll see you next time. Bye!